Greetings everyone, welcome to this new video. We are going to take a look at different currencies that are available in AFK Arena and how I'm using them and how other people are also using them in this game. Because some of them are pretty rare, which means that you actually need to have a plan on how to use them in the correct manner. I'm not saying that this is the ultimate way of doing it, but this is the way that the majority of the players are using their currency. So without further ado, let's just jump into the list. Diamonds is our most valuable currency in this game. Therefore, we're gonna need to spend it very wisely. But first of all, how do we acquire diamonds? Well, it's mostly from just progressing through the game normally, so they are a little bit sparser than other currency, but you get a fair amount, which is very good because that is not always the case in these kind of games. So you get it through progressing through the campaign. You can do some Dark Forest thing like Labyrinth, normal, the Guild Wars. You can do it and get the daily and the weekly rewards and so on and so forth. And for most important, we are gonna take a look at how we actually want to spend them. So most of the time, which is 99.999% of the time, we want to spend them on one specific thing. It's gonna be this one right here. We're gonna always wait for summon 10 heroes. This is where you're gonna spend the majority of your diamonds. Do not bother with anything else unless you want to reset heroes and stuff like that. That might be a good thing to do later on in the game, but that only costs 20 diamonds. So here we're gonna push in the maximum amount because heroes is the bread and butter of this game, and you wanna have all pushed in here. You always want to wait until you acquire enough diamonds to do 10 heroes, because if we multiply the 300, which is for one hero, up, that means we get one less hero for our diamonds, which is not very good because it normally only takes 2 days to acquire enough diamonds to actually summon 10 heroes, and I think we can wait that time. Gold is the next thing we're gonna talk about. Gold you can pretty much get from everywhere in this game. You get a lot of it. You get it from Labyrinth, Arena, Bounty Board, Daily, Weekly, and just completing certain milestones, and pretty much everything in this game gives you gold. You're gonna get a lot of them, and you're also gonna get these hourglasses, it's named, and you can use them from your bag, and when you use them you get a certain amount of instant gold depending on the time. So the way to use them is to level up or progress through the story as far as you can, and then use them when you actually need them, because the further along you are in the story, the main campaign, the more they're gonna give. Like when you hit the instant button from your character and you get a certain amount of experience, so you get a certain amount of gold and hero essence and so on. This works the same way. So the more leveled you are, the more these are gonna give. So save them up and use them at a later stage in the game where you actually get more of each hourglass. So what are we gonna use our gold for? Well, I use it every day. I use it for one specific thing. It's gonna be the hero essence we can get from the store. It's gonna cost you a 500k, which is 500,000 gold. It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't, because hero essence is something that you're gonna need later on in the game, because to level up your characters every 20 levels, it requires hero essence to get over that specific breakpoint. And you're gonna need a lot of hero essence, and hero essence is gonna be your bottleneck for leveling your character later on. So every day you want to spend 500k gold on this specific thing. You can also spend it on other things like upgrading your gear and Of course, you're gonna spend it on upgrading your heroes. Always spend it on upgrading your heroes. That is something that is a given. That because you need to level up to get further along your story. But that's basically all I'm using it for. I'm not using it that much for leveling up my gear because I'm still waiting for to get those elite gear or mythic gear or something like that. Hero coins is something you're gonna acquire when you retire heroes in your rickety cart. So you're gonna go to the retire heroes menu and you're gonna auto select all the green useless heroes. So you still get some value out of all your summons. So even if you're not getting those rare or even the elite heroes, you still get some value out of the green ones. So what do you get from these? Well, there's two things you get from these. You get hero essence, which we need a lot of, and we also get these hero coins. The hero coins, there's only one real way to spend them. You're gonna go to the shop and you're gonna go to the barracks. There you can see that there's three basic things you can acquire. We are not gonna buy the rare hero soulstones. We are not gonna buy any specific unless there's some extreme thing you're gonna go for. We are gonna wait. We're gonna hoard these coins as long as we can so we can buy that elite hero soulstone, because that guarantees us to get one elite hero. And elite heroes are very sparse in this game and it's very hard to acquire, so we want that elite hero guaranteed. So that is my high recommendation for using these hero coins. Labyrinth tokens you can only acquire in Arcane Labyrinth. And you're gonna step in there every 48 hours. It resets and you can get a new Arcane Labyrinth. In this Arcane Labyrinth, you're gonna have a grid net and you're gonna have a bunch of different options when you go forward. So you can either go for a bunch of different things. You can either go for fights against 5 random heroes, or you can go for getting a new hero for that run, or you can get some life extra and so on and so forth. I recommend to go for the fights as much as possible. There's two reasons for this. First of all, you get a lot of different currency for each fight you win. You get experience, you get gold, you get these labyrinth tokens, and you can get diamonds also. But also you get relics that empowers you through the run. So you can get really overpowered early in the run, so you can just breeze through the whole labyrinth. So I would recommend to go for the fights early and then go for the other ones, other bonuses you can get through this later on in this run. If you can complete all 3 levels of this Arcane Labyrinth, it counts towards your progression in the Arcane Labyrinth, which means that every 5, I believe it is, at least in the beginning it is, you get a bunch of labyrinth tokens as a reward that you completed 5 of these or 10 of these or 20 of these or whatever it is. And you get so much that you can buy your own hero. So that leads me into what are you gonna use these labyrinth tokens for? Well, you're gonna need to go into the store again, and the labyrinth store more specifically, and you have the normal things you can spend them on. You can either spend them on specific heroes, rare heroes, you can or rare hero soulstone, or the one that I highly recommend. I mean, this is the most important thing, I believe, because you can get a really super overpowered hero early in the game. Chimera is available for 45,000 labyrinth tokens. And this sounds like a lot, but you can get that bonus from completing all 3 floors 5 times. So you basically have Chimera early on in the game, and you can get her in in good quality already from the beginning, and you need her. She's a top tier hero. She's basically gonna carry you through the whole game here. So please save up all your labyrinth tokens and just buy the specific heroes. And you can also reset after a few days and see if there's some better. So maybe you want to hold on. If there's no good heroes at the time you are playing, then you might want to look at the timer and see when the store actually reset. That's all I have for you. All the different currency that I've found important to talk about. There's different other currencies also in this game that are specific for specific events and so forth, and some scrolls that I did not talk about. But those are very straightforward and you can only use them for one purpose. So I didn't find it very useful to talk about those. If there's anything else that you want me to make a guide in this game or something else, then just leave a comment down below. And I thank you for watching and have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe.